The earth is full of beauty. Flowers, animals, trees, grass, friendship, oceans, the mountains and the sky. The frequency of beauty. The frequency of beauty. We love to look at beautiful things, sunsets, star-filled skies, the bright colors bursting from the flowers of a garden or a painting, an attractive man or woman, mountains rising up to the sky, a waterfall cresting over the earth into a rippling pond, or a mother duck guiding her ducklings across the lake. These examples are less than a grain of sand in comparison to all the beauty that surrounds us each and every day. Beauty raises our frequency, not only our frequency, but the frequency of the earth. Take a single red rose. The color is a vibrant red. Its petals soft and velvety. Its stem is firm and strong, and the smell excites the senses. No wonder people all over the world include flowers and plants in their living spaces. Yes, it has been said that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but no matter what is considered beauty, beauty is beauty, and having beauty in our lives is vital. The great band of the 70s and beyond, Earth, Wind, and Fire, wrote a song called All About Love, in which there is this lyric, If there ain't no beauty, you got to make some beauty. I agree wholeheartedly. Beauty is part of nature. When we think of nature, most of us think of things outside of ourselves, such as the physical world of plants, animals, forests, and oceans. We don't seem to consider ourselves as being parts of nature, but we are. Just as other parts of nature are affected by the conditions of Earth, so are we. The Earth supplies us with our sustenance: air, water, food grown from the soil, good nutrition, fresh air, and water are prescriptions for good health and for the maintenance of health. We need the beauty of nature to survive. Nature feeds more than our physical bodies. Nature also feeds the aesthetic senses of our soul. Even if we had air to breathe, water to drink, and enough food to eat, if there were no sunshine to feel, oceans to see, birds to hear, grass to touch, flowers to smell, or sweet cherries to taste, we would wither just like a plant that receives no water. Think about it. We partake of beauty every single day. We also beautify ourselves, our homes, and surroundings with things that are appealing to us, and people all over the world perform these acts of beautification. It is part of our nature. Beauty is part of us. It's natural. When we have beauty in our lives, we vibrate at a higher frequency. This is why a bouquet of flowers is offered to restore peace after an argument, and flowers are present at weddings and funerals. The beauty of nature lifts our frequency. Just think about all of the machinations we go through every day before presenting ourselves to the world. Brushing our teeth, showering, styling our hair, choosing our wardrobes, jewelry, and fragrance. As beauty consumers, we invest billions of dollars every year on beautifying ourselves in order to be presentable. Being presentable suggests we are up for the occasion. These beautification rituals are not just to look good to others, but to feel good about ourselves as well. We all know that even if we are sick in bed with a bad cold, we feel better when we groom ourselves. Afterwards, we often say, "I feel better now." Hospitals recognize the importance of grooming in the healing process, and when indicated, depending on the severity of illness, support patients and their families, tending to enhancing patients' appearance, which raises their frequency. How many times have we gone for a walk in the woods or park to clear our heads? How many times have we cleaned out our closets of worn-out clothes to replace them with new clothing that makes us feel more enthusiastic? How many times has a new haircut or hairstyle increased our self-confidence? In the broad vastness of spirituality, These above examples may seem trivial, but beauty in our lives affects our spirits and can often indicate what type of mood we are in. The external appearance is often a barometer of what is going on internally, as we may not get dressed or out of bed if we feel down or depressed. When our five senses perceptions are decreased by depression, our frequency is lowered, and a low frequency interferes with our ability to partake in the beauty of life. Yes, there is more than outer beauty. We have heard the saying, beauty is only skin deep. Sadly, for some, this is true. Vanity, just for the sake of vanity, is empty. What we have been discussing herein is about how beauty uplifts, a kind of holistic beauty. Beauty not only outside, but inside too. External beauty is obvious. We can see it up close or from a distance. It can be visually sensed without any further action. However, internal beauty is not so apparent, as it comes from within. Sometimes external beauty is an indicator of internal beauty, but not always. Sometimes a disheveled man can flash a smile that warms you all over. Being a beautiful person doesn't mean that you have all the latest fashions and cars and devices. Being a beautiful person means the beauty the person feels inside is naturally shared and bestowed upon others. When we help a person in need, that's a beautiful thing. When we give words of encouragement to others, that's a beautiful thing. When we are not saying a word, but just being present, offering support, that's a beautiful thing. We cannot live without breathing. The breath we breathe, when kindly spoken, is the same healing breath that restores a broken spirit. There is beauty in words. When we are living the beautiful parts of us, whether in the gentle words spoken, sharing experiences, or simply living our lives together in awe of nature, beauty breathes life into living, and that's a beautiful thing. ASTRO, FREQUENCiES. We are not separate from the universe. We are of the universe. We live in this milieu of galaxies amongst all the other residents of the universe. The sun, moon, stars, planets, asteroids, comets, black holes. We are also composed of the same chemical elements as the universe. Water, hydrogen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide, for example. Of course, we and the planets embody varying degrees of these elements, which gives each its life, form, and temperament, but all originate from the same source. People have different personalities as measured by the way we present ourselves with our own unique way. We have a certain style. The celestial bodies too have personalities. The sun invites us to spend a summer day basking in the warmth of its rays, picnicking at the park, or sunbathing at the beach. The moon lights up the night, setting the mood for mystery and romance, while the stars reflect the twinkle in our eyes, and planets display their cosmic rhythm while dancing in the sky. All have distinct personalities, and yet we all coexist in this vast universe. The celestial bodies, as we, have electromagnetic fields of energy that add to our power of relativity. Sometimes this electromagnetic field is referred to as the aura. These fields of energy are frequencies emanating outwardly from the whole of the orbital bodies. People can tune into these frequencies. We can sometimes know what kind of a mood a person is in without that person uttering a word. We can feel the frequency, the vibe, and just know. Some people might say, I picked up a bad vibe and just kept my distance. These fields of energy, frequencies, are given off by the sun, moon, and planets as well. We all know that although the moon is about 240,000 miles away from us here on Earth, it still affects us not only by lighting up the night, but additionally with its gravitational pull. I think many of us have witnessed the huge ocean waves when the moon is full. The human body is composed of about 60 to 70% water. Wouldn't a full moon affect us too? We also know that there would be no life here on Earth without the warm rays of the sun. How many times have we positioned a plant to make sure it has enough sun to grow? Think about it. Yes, these celestial bodies are much farther away from us than a person who gives off vibes indicating a mood. However, the celestial bodies are much larger in mass and emanate enormous amounts of electromagnetic frequencies. The ancients recognized cosmic correlations thousands of years ago from their careful observations of the sky. As above, so below is an axiom attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, astrologer, sage, and believed to be the author of the Emerald Tablets, one of the revered scholarly works of antiquity, where this axiom was written and has thrived for centuries. The ancients understood the importance of observing these astronomical giants' cycles and phases as their lives depended on it. Today, we depend on how hostile or friendly the seasons are, as our seasons too are influenced by the cosmic climate. The Farmer's Almanac identifies new and full moon cycles in addition to recording and predicting astronomical events proven to be important agricultural information utilized by many farmers for planting and harvesting crops. Our lives depend on what's going on, not only here on Earth, but in the universe, because we are the stuff of the universe. Astrologers observe the sun, moon, stars, and planets and correlate their activities with our human experiences, a practice that has prevailed with cultures all over the world for thousands and thousands of years. Astrology is based on mathematical science, but also interprets that science along with the frequencies, personalities of the celestial bodies to see how they influence our lives here on Earth. The ancients methodically divided the sky into 12 sectors, and each sector represents different parts of the human experience: personality, home and family, relationships, career, to name a few, along with 8 more fields of human experience rounding out these 12 sectors. The ancients knew that human existence was not merely an isolated event, but that all was a whole, and began acknowledging our relationship with our cosmic family. Here is a keyword snapshot of each of the 12 astrological signs and their astro frequencies. Aries, I originate energy. Taurus, I accumulate energy. Gemini, I disseminate energy. Cancer, I emote energy. Leo, I express energy. Virgo, I distill energy. Libra, I equalize energy. Scorpio, I transform energy. Sagittarius, I expand energy. Capricorn, I manifest energy. Aquarius, I electrify energy. Pisces, I surrender energy. Tune into your astro frequencies. shoes. If you could see the world through my eyes, see the world from my view, there'd be much more compassion as we try to survive, individually standing, but united we can fly. If you could see the world through my eyes, walk a while in my shoes. If you could see the world, see the world from my view, if you could feel what's deep in my heart, understand who I am, then you could know that we are just one, you and me, hand in hand. Come, let us join together, not as strangers but friends, soaring over the mountains, floating high on the wind. If you could see the world